There is a specific kind of modern anxiety that comes from watching the world move at high speed while you feel pinned in place. It's the friction of looking at your peers and realizing you've fallen behind. We tend to look at massive icons like Samuel L. Jackson and assume they exist in a different reality, one where success was an inevitable early life guarantee. But in 1990, Jackson was 42 years old and trapped in a severe addiction to heroin and crack. He wasn't on the verge of stardom, he was on the verge of a total collapse. He had been trying to make it in the acting world since the 1970s. For nearly 20 years, he worked in the shadows of the industry with almost no commercial success to show for it. That long stretch of professional stagnation fueled his substance abuse. By the end of the 80s, his career and his physical health were locked in a mutual downward spiral. This wasn't a temporary rough patch. It was a 20-year failure loop that had reached a terminal point. The question is how a person pivots when they've spent 2 decades heading in the wrong direction. This timeline tracks 20 years of slow progress until 1991, when Jackson hit absolute bottom. His daughter found him unconscious from a near-fatal overdose. That moment forced a choice: continue his descent into addiction or commit to the grueling labor of recovery. Jackson chose rehabilitation. He took full responsibility for his condition and began the process of getting clean, finally bringing his personal life into alignment with his professional ambitions. He was 45 years old when he achieved sobriety, an age where the film industry typically stops looking for new talent. But his new reliability and presence caught the attention of a rising director named Quentin Tarantino. Their collaboration led to True Romance and eventually to Pulp Fiction, the role that would redefine his career. Sobriety provided the baseline discipline required to seize that opportunity. He had the talent for decades, but he finally had the stability to ensure he was actually in the room when the camera started rolling. The industry response was immediate. His performance in Pulp Fiction earned him an Academy Award nomination and vaulted him into the top tier of Hollywood actors. This chart tracks the financial scale of that pivot. Over the next 30 years, he became one of the most bankable stars in history, as his net worth surpassed $100 million. That wealth was built on a foundation of professional relationships and a reputation for being the hardest-working person on any set, traits that were only possible because of his commitment to sobriety. Most of us aren't battling for the Hollywood A-list, but we all face the psychological weight of feeling we've wasted our best years. The external success followed the internal victory. He had to survive himself and his own history before he could build the empire we see today. Samuel L. Jackson's life suggests that a narrative isn't fixed just because it's been heading in one direction for 20 years. If a legendary career can begin at age 45 following a near-death addiction, it changes the way we have to look at our own timelines. A late start doesn't preclude a different ending.